Imagine a connection so profound, it transcends the physical and ventures into the spiritual. This is the essence of prayer, a mysterious yet universal concept. Prayer is a beacon of hope, a bridge that connects us with the divine. It's a sacred dialogue, a silent whisper echoing in the chambers of our hearts, reaching out to the heavens. Regardless of who we are or where we come from, the language of prayer is one that resonates with us all. It's a cornerstone in the Christian faith, a spiritual practice that guides us towards love, compassion, and understanding. Now we are about to embark on a poetic journey, exploring the different facets of prayer. This poem, rich in its depth and breadth, will shed light on the enigmatic nature of prayer and its significance in our lives. Dive with me into the mysterious world of prayer as we unravel the verses of a profound poem. Our journey begins with a call, a yearning that pulls us towards something greater. This is the essence of the first verse of our poem, a verse that beautifully captures the initial stirrings of prayer. Imagine a gentle whisper in your heart, a soft and subtle nudge towards something profound and mysterious. This is the call to prayer, a beckoning that invites us into a deeper relationship with the divine. It's a silent summons, a pull towards the sacred that is often felt before it's fully understood. This call is not a demand or a command, but a gentle invitation. It's as if a loving parent is extending their hand, inviting you to step into a world of deeper understanding and divine connection. This is the beauty of the call to prayer. It's an invitation to explore the depth of our faith and the boundless love of the divine. In the Christian faith, this call is deeply significant. It's the first step towards a life of prayer, a life where we continually seek to connect with our Creator. It's the beginning of a journey that is marked by moments of profound joy, deep sorrow, and overwhelming peace. But what is most beautiful about this verse is its universal appeal. It speaks to all of us, regardless of our level of faith or understanding. It reminds us that the call to prayer is not reserved for the saints or the scholars, but for every single one of us. It's an invitation that is extended to all, an invitation to step into a world of divine love, grace, and peace. And so, as we delve into this first verse, we are reminded of the beauty of the call to prayer. We are reminded that prayer is not a duty or an obligation, but a gift, a chance to connect with something greater than ourselves. It's a journey of discovery, a journey that begins with a simple, silent call. In this call, we find our first steps towards a deeper connection with the divine. From the call, we move to action. Prayer is not just a thought, but a deliberate act of communion. It is a dance of the soul, a melody sung in the silence, a conversation with the divine that transcends the confines of time and space. It's a journey inward, an exploration of our deepest hopes and fears, our joys and sorrows. As we delve into the second verse of our poetic exploration, we see prayer painted in vivid hues of intimacy and surrender. Picture a vessel, emptied of self, filled to the brim with faith. It is in this act of emptying and filling, surrendering and receiving, that the magic of prayer truly unfolds. Prayer is not a monologue, but a dialogue, a two-way communication channel that opens when we quiet our minds and open our hearts. It's not about bombarding the heavens with our requests, but about listening, understanding, and aligning ourselves with the divine will. In prayer, we find a sanctuary, a sacred space where we can shed our pretenses, lay bare our vulnerabilities, and stand unadorned in the presence of the divine. It's a space where we can be our truest selves without fear of judgment or censure. Prayer is a bridge, a conduit, a lifeline that connects us to the divine. It's a thread of purest gold that links our heart to the heart of the universe. It's a river that carries our love, our gratitude, our hopes, and our desires, and delivers them at the feet of the divine. And in this act of praying, in this dance of the soul, in this dialogue with the divine, we find ourselves. We discover our strengths, confront our weaknesses, acknowledge our failures, and celebrate our victories. In this intimate communion, we uncover the divine within us. We realize that we are not separate from the divine, but a part of it, a manifestation of it. Through prayer, we actively engage with our faith, fostering a relationship that is both personal and profound. Prayer is not just an act, but a force, a force that can move mountains and calm storms. Imagine, if you can, a force so immense that it can shift the very bedrock of a mountain, sending it tumbling into the sea. Now picture that same force gently hushing a tempest, turning hurricane winds into a soft summer breeze. This is the power of prayer. How, you might ask, can something as simple as a whispered word have such profound impact? Well, it's not the word itself, but the faith behind it that holds the power. You see, prayer is more than just speaking into the void, hoping for an answer. It's an affirmation of belief, a declaration of faith. When we pray, we're not just asking for help or guidance, we're acknowledging the existence of a higher power that's greater than our own. The power of prayer lies not in the eloquence of our words, but in the sincerity of our hearts. It's not about how well we can articulate our needs, but about how deeply we believe in the one we're calling upon. When we pray with conviction, with absolute trust and surrender, we unlock a reservoir of divine energy that can transform our lives. But the power of prayer is not just about personal transformation. It's about collective healing as well. When we pray for others, we're not just wishing them well, we're actively participating in their journey towards wellness. We're channeling positive energy their way, adding our strength to theirs, and in doing so, we're helping to create a more compassionate and loving world. So, the next time you fold your hands in prayer, remember this. You're not just whispering words into the wind, you're wielding a power that can move mountains and calm storms. You're engaging in an act of faith that can bring about real and meaningful change. Prayer, in its truest form, is an intimate dialogue that channels divine power into our lives. Every conversation has a response. In prayer, the response may not always be what we expect, but it is always what we need. It's a profound truth that forms the backbone of our final verse, the answer to prayer. In this verse, we delve into the heart of prayer's response. It's not about receiving what we want like a cosmic vending machine. Instead, prayer transcends our human desires and expectations. It navigates the profound depths of our souls, tapping into the divine wisdom that knows what is best for us. Just imagine you're in a silent room, your heart pouring out its deepest desires. You're asking for relief, for joy, for love, or perhaps for a miracle. And in that sacred dialogue between you and the divine, there's a response. It may not be a thunderous voice from the heavens, nor a dramatic shift in the winds. It might be as subtle as a whisper in your heart, an inexplicable peace washing over you, or a sudden insight that wasn't there before. This is the enigmatic beauty of prayer's answer. It's not a transaction, it's a transformation. It changes us, molds us, and shapes us into better versions of ourselves. It brings us closer to our Creator, aligning our will with His. And in that alignment, we find our true peace and fulfillment. The answer to prayer isn't always an immediate resolution to our problems. Sometimes it's the strength to endure, the courage to face our fears, or the wisdom to understand our situation. It's a gentle reminder that we are not alone, that someone greater than us is in control, guiding us towards the path we are meant to tread. So, when you pray, remember this verse. Embrace the mystery, the silence, the waiting. Welcome the answer, whatever form it may take. For in the end, it is in seeking that we find, in asking that we receive it, and in knocking that the door will be opened to us. In the mystery of prayer, we find not just answers, but also wisdom and understanding. As we conclude our journey, let us turn to the Bible, the source of all Christian wisdom. In the book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, it is written, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." This verse encapsulates the essence of our poetic journey. It reminds us that prayer isn't merely a request for divine intervention, but a testament of our faith and gratitude. It urges us to lay our worries before God, trusting in His wisdom and mercy. This verse ties in with our poem, emphasizing the power of prayer, its role as our spiritual dialogue, and its capacity to transform anxiety into peace. It reiterates that prayer is a journey, an act of faith, and a conversation with the divine. Remember, prayer is a journey of faith, a dialogue with the divine, and a testament to our belief. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this insightful, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Until next time, keep your faith strong and your prayers fervent.